Thoughts on the game?
Well, obviously, first off, congratulations to Arizona on a great year. They didn't quit. Just a really good program, and so we're thankful that we got a chance to compete against them. But just so proud of these guys, this whole program. I don't even know where to start. It'll probably take me a moment. I don't know if it'll happen here tonight, but it's just what we've been able to do here with so many different players and staff, and as our staff grows. And I know there's a lot of people that counted us out at the beginning of this year and just kept telling these guys that they were good enough and they could do this. And they've now put themselves in position to achieve their goal, and that's to win a national championship. So it feels really cool, and we're going to enjoy that here tonight. We're going to enjoy it very well, but we'll get back to work in the next couple of days and be focusing on what's next. But just really proud of Rosie here tonight. I looked down on my scorecard and I saw, oh my gosh, she's 3 for 3 with a walk and making plays and growing up right in front of us. And her buddy over at first base just continues to have really good at-bats and make plays. And then, I thought Ivy was really good here today for not having pitched a lot in the last couple weeks. Didn't start off great. I think we're learning that we need to probably pitch her more in practice. We've been trying to rest her, and she's not very sharp. And I think that showed, but she gutted it out, literally. And then we turned it over to our showstopper over here, and she got it done. I didn't think that she was very sharp after the break, but when you have what she has, you can not be sharp and you can still win. So just very, very proud of her and very proud of this team.
How did you guys pass the time during the delay?
I think everyone kind of did something different. Some of us were hanging out with the coaches, and I don't know what y'all did in the locker room.
There was some dance parties, some board games going on, and just hanging out with coaches.
Forgetting to mention the football stuff going on now.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of a loose group, so like everybody's doing their own thing. We're starting to get concerned because we were these guys could get hungry fast, and we have pasta for a post game, and our strength coach was not going to let them eat pasta until the game was over. So I think they were a little pissed, but luckily we have enough food around, and we're able to keep them going.
5 straight trips to the Women's College World Series. It's a pretty good run you guys are on right now.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that, except I'm very proud of the 2016 team that kind of got this started. I mean, to be very honest, that's the group that kind of turned the tide here, and we just started on that journey, and I'm so proud of those kids for believing in me, the coaching staff I brought in, and that's where it started. Those guys don't get enough credit for this. But then the 2019 team is kind of the team that got us over the hump with Sam Shaw leading the way and starting that, and then it's just kind of kept rolling. And one day we'll look back at all this and maybe reminisce, over some adult drinks, and we can talk about all that. But right now, feels really good, and just want to enjoy this one with these guys. I think don't want to lose the moment and lose out on the memories with these guys, because these guys are the team that our feet are under, and we need to stay focused on that.
Everyone else that played today forced to game 3 tomorrow. Does that kind of show you how good this year is going to be in the World Series, having teams that are going to have a day less than you guys to prepare?
Well, I mean, every year it gets harder. I mean, the parity is becoming crazy. I'm really glad that all of them have to play tomorrow. It makes me happy. We can sit back and watch and plan and get a break. You guys all were disappointed in us that we lost the first game of the Big 12 tournament. I think it worked out great. You know what I mean? And we were disappointed for a moment too, but you've got to find a way to spin things right and take advantage of opportunities. And that's what this team has done the whole year. Just take advantage of opportunities and answer and respond. And we're going to get a chance to kind of hang out tomorrow and enjoy our families. I need to reintroduce myself to my wife and kids and all that for a day or so, and then we'll get back to work. But it's cool. The games that were going on, we were inside watching, a couple of those. We were just going, my gosh, these games are crazy. But I think it's why we play and why we coach. It's just be a part of this.
Obviously, Jillian is someone that has led you in hitting recently. Obviously, this series wasn't hers to get, but it was Claire Tim's. And talk about how exciting it's been to be able to watch her in this.
I think you bring up a really good point. Jill didn't have the big numbers. She didn't have 7 out of 9 home runs, 7 hits out of 9 hits. They were all home runs, but she got on base a ton. And she got on base so Claire Tim could drive her in, and Rosie and Carly and Talon who had a great weekend, as well. So Jill's doing the things that we need at the top. We're scoring early in all these games, and she's a part of that. But this has kind of been the mantra of this team. Like, it's somebody new. Like, Claire Tim gets to her 10th home run here today. It's wild. And Rosie, maybe last weekend started getting hotter, and then just keeps on in this weekend. It's just a unique team. And it's really cool to watch them celebrate, be happy for each other. It's one of the best things about what we do is just to kind of watch these guys smile. Claire Tim is a unique personality, quiet, but once you start to peel the onion back, there's some pretty cool layers to her. And yesterday when she hit the home run and I saw her hit second base and the smile that was on her face, those are the things that I'll hold on to for a long time, and it's really neat.
Rosie, this is obviously the first time that you've done this. Just kind of what does it mean for you to head to the Women's College World Series?
Oh yeah, it just means so much. It's like a little kid's dreams comes true. I just love this team so much and this coaching staff. It's just awesome. It feels great.
To follow up on that, Rosie, what is your first World Series memory like watching it on TV at some point? How far back does this go for you?
This actually goes back to watching Sam Chow. I mean, she's the one who, I've always watched college sports, but if I think about anything, I just think about watching Sam Chow and just how amazing she was, and then it just carried on with me.
Rosie, would it be safe to say that this program's, just consistency lately and getting this far played a role in convincing you to come here?
I mean, yeah, but when I first met Coach G, it was many, many years ago. I was at a Georgia Tech camp and he was there, and I knew as soon as I met him, that's where I wanted to go.
Was I at OSU then, or was I
Yep, you were at
at Florida?
OSU.
Okay.
Lexi, there was a lot of laughs for you tonight. Last time playing at this stadium, last time punching your ticket. What were the emotions like putting that sticker on the poster and leading your team?
Honestly, just so happy. I think it still hasn't hit me yet, but I know it will one day, and it's gonna be a lot of tears for sure. But I'm just so proud of this whole team and how far we've come, and just we never looked back and looked at all the bad things, what everyone else was saying. Like we stayed the course, and we handled anything that anyone threw at us. So I'm just super proud of this whole team and just punching back, because it's not easy to play a 2-game series and win the first 2.
Kenny, I'm kind of curious about your defense tonight. You had the double play in the first that was pretty wild. You had Macy's diving catch. Kind of what you think of the way defense kind of kept momentum from building?
Yeah, I told our team when we came up in the huddle, I told them there's a lot of amazing things that happened in this game today, but I want to point out Macy Graff's catch. It kind of was one of those hits that can break your back. I mean, Ivy was in the game at that point, right? And that could have really hurt us, and it wasn't hit good. It was a good pitch that we blew her up, and she just happened to get enough of the barrel to the ball to be able to get it over the head. We had one of those in the last inning off of Lexi too. I mean, they had a couple of those. When you face, Arizona's a physical team. They're physical, man. They have some athletes, and they're impressive. And so when they're like OU, they swing hard and they can get those balls and they can drop. So Macy's catch was huge. I walked down the dugout and I said, that was good coaching there. I felt good about that one. We got Lexi out of there, got Macy in there, she makes a play. So that was really good. So we've played really good defense the whole year. Macy's never really played outfield. She's never played second base. Blood's never played short. Carly's never played first. Claire's in her first year of really playing a lot of outfield. Jillian's an infielder who's playing out. This is some people would call us a bunch of misfits just playing around here, and really we've got a bunch of good softball players that just want to play and want to win and are willing to do whatever it takes. Rosie came here to be the shortstop here. I've been very clear on that, and it was just for us to win the way we wanted to win. We needed her at second base, and she's had some disappointment in that, but it never affected her. The bottom line, she kept telling me, look, I want to play short, but I want to play, and most importantly, I want to win. And that's what coming to a program like this now, what we've done, and the caliber of player that we're attracting, may not get to play shortstop here, may not get to play second base, you may have to go play over here. It's just what it is. And you look at the best teams around the country, they have the same issues, and they figure out a way to get those kids to buy in, and just proud of them.
To follow up on that, Rosie, not to point out the shortstop thing, but what did you think of the defense? Because you almost got ran over on a play too that was kind of tight. So
That play was actually really bad miscommunication. I was telling Carly, I got you, but I didn't realize that she was so close to the bag. So when she flipped it, I was like, oh geez, I'm already here. And it was just that for that. But no, I think our defense is great. I think the puzzles all fit together great.
Lexi, what was it like just watching Ivy, and just how proud are you of just the way she was able to kind of go out there and especially with the circumstances she's going through?
Yeah, super proud of her. She's been ready at any moment this whole postseason, and I've just seen her work her ass off every single day in the bullpen, whether it's doing treatment and resting or getting through the pain with tears in her eyes. She's such a warrior, and I just couldn't be more proud of her to come out tonight, and obviously with not a lot of innings lately, just to come out and leave it all out on the field and give us a chance to score and just hold us steady. So I couldn't have imagined a better person to go out there than her.
I know she gave up some hits early, but it seemed like she really settled in and started throwing really well after that. From a pitcher's perspective, with maybe just how little she's kind of been, sounds like maybe not as much practice and obviously not as much games. Is that just something that sometimes happens when you haven't been throwing as much?
Yeah, definitely. I think, and just a little bit of nerves, a little bit of everything. I think going out there, I think you miss a spot every once in a while, and good teams are going to take advantage of that. But she did an amazing job bouncing back and tuning it in, hitting her spots again, and she got the job done. So proud of her.
Kenny, there's been a couple of times recently that Kenny has referred to you and Carly as best friends. When did that come about, and what is she like when she's not in here in front of us? Because this is really the only version of her that we get to see. So what's she like?
Carly is the funnest, most joyful person to be around. You might not be able to tell that from her face, but I promise you, she is the biggest goofball you'll ever meet. And she always has my back, and I just know that I can go to her and cry if I want to, or she can yell at me if I need somebody to yell at me. I just know she has my back, and us being on the same side of the field is so much fun. After every single pitch, I think we're laughing about just something so random, but just keeps it so much fun.
When did y'all start to kind of become friends?
When we went on our visit, we started to become friends. We would talk a little bit, but not really that much. And then we got here, we just started talking. We were like, we want to win and we want to play. And that's what basically built our relationship.
Kenny, Jillian and Caroline, they obviously come here to finish out their careers. So what does it mean to you to get those two to Oklahoma City?
It's pretty cool, to be honest. I think especially for those two, I just sit here and go, man, this is what a dream. I think that's the pressure that I feel. More than anything, when I got here today, I was really uptight. I can feel it. I had recruits here, so I was kind of able to kill time. I went home, and I just found myself at home just pacing back and forth. And so I finally just started cleaning out the refrigerator, and my family's like, hey, we can make that happen. I was like, I really need you guys to leave me alone right now. I'm actually just having fun, and I need to get my mind off of this. And I think that comes from those type of kids that I just want this to happen for them so bad. And watching them celebrate. I mean, I know it's on video. I didn't get a good chance to really like watch the whole thing because I have a really new staff that I wanted to really have an embrace with and make sure that they know how important that they are. So I'll get to go back and watch that, tonight. I'm looking forward to going home and again having some adult beverages and watching that and like just sitting there and watching those type of things. Those are the things that you kind of miss because there's just too much that's going on, but the cameras kind of pick that stuff up. That's one of the cool things about being on TV, and so be able to kind of go back and relive that. But these two kids, man, they're special. Jill's taken this team to a new spot. Once she got right, this team kind of just went in a new place. Her energy is infectious. It rubs off on all of us. I mean, she does some stuff that you want to shake your head at times. But you know what? It's done because that kid wants to win bad, and she thinks she can win on every play. And so once she's kind of just settled in, it's been cool to watch. And Caroline has just been the loosest, most fun player to be around. I mean, it's like I told you guys in the fall, I was starting to question whether she really wanted to play, and she was not very good in the fall. And to see that and to see where we're at now, I mean, she's an All-American, and that better happen. I mean, because she's earned it. She's been tremendous with the bat. She's been equally as good with the glove and throwing people out. It's two kids that I know are gonna be pretty happy here tonight.
Okay, I realize that every year is different, every team is different. But you look at the previous 4 OKC teams, you had a lot of familiar faces. Does this one feel different because of Jill, Caroline, Rosie, Carly, so many players that have been here with you for a long time, and this is kind of a stepping stone for this program going forward?
Yeah, I think I want to be careful how this comes out because I don't want to take anything away from previous teams. But I've said this a couple times this year. Like 2016, our first year, like it was the most fun I've ever had. I mean, it was a grind. It was so hard, but it's so rewarding as a coach. This year is probably the most fun I've had in all of my years here. This has been the most fun, and it's because I get to stand around and listen to these two jokers, her and Carly, tell the dumbest jokes you've ever heard and laugh hysterically at themselves. I'm so proud of Lexi and just the role that she's taken and just put us on her back. Getting close to Caroline and watching Jill and watching these sophomores like Claire Tim, Michaela Work, Talon. I was watching our team being introduced, and I was going, senior, sophomore, freshman, or senior, freshman, sophomore. Lexi McDonald. I mean, we haven't even talked about Lexi McDonald. I mean, she is as hot as anybody on this team. It's just because she's shoved down there in the 8-hole, but all she's doing is turning our lineup over. So I just look at all this and go, this is what it's all about, and this is what it ought to be about. Last year was one of the hardest years I've ever gone through. It was rewarding in its own way. This year, I know there was a lot of people that had a lot of question marks. I'd be a liar if I said I didn't know. I knew we were talented, but I didn't know. So it's just been so fun to watch these guys grow. Like Rosie's been watching this for a lot of years. Like she's been coming to games. She's come and watched us play at OU. Like she's been there. She's, her parents bought tickets for her to go into that when they're impossible to go and get, and they show up there. Like she's been preparing herself to be in this moment. And I think that's what I'm proud about, and that's what I enjoy, and that's why this has been so much fun, because these kids have come to work every single day. And to hear Lexi crying over here and having tears is maybe one of the coolest things. It's not me, it's her, and that's what feels really good. Really good.
Obviously you go and find girls like Lexi in the portal, and not only do they have an impact on your team, but then their family has an impact. You see a big banner of, today for Dad. How cool is that, to have, he's basically the mascot of Cowgirl softball now.
He's, I think I got the biggest hug from Homer tonight, to be honest. And I say that in the greatest way. Like, it was heartfelt. There were tears, lots of thank yous from both of us to each other. Like I tell him all the time, I tell all these kids, parents, I appreciate you trusting us with your daughter. And I know it's hard at times, and you guys stay the course with us. I had the same thing with Carly's dad. I haven't seen Rose's parents yet, but Carly's dad and I, like, we had a pretty tearful embrace, and it's really cool. And I just, Scotland's dad, when Scotland did this really cool OSU Max interview, Scotland's dad made a comment on there. He was talking about the Cowgirl way, and he goes, honestly, we have a Cowgirl parent way here. And I think that probably sums up the whole thing. And I think that hit me like in a really hard way, in a really neat way. And that was something that cultivated out of them, not me. And so I think that's the cool stuff here that we have. We have parents that really care. We have parents that have access to me. That's what I want. But they understand where to go and what that means. And so I'm just proud of that.
Lexi, do you have anything to add to that about what your dad has really meant to this team? Obviously, he means a lot to you, but what he's meant to this team and the face that he has on you guys.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I never imagined this happening. We're being all over the place, but I mean, I think it's so special because he's meant so much to me my entire life. I mean, he was the one driving me at 4:30 a.m. to Gainesville to go practice, and I mean, he absolutely loves every single person on this team, and they equally love him just as much back, and so it's awesome to see. I've never seen him cry so much except for this season, but oh my gosh. But it's just really special how much the girls love him and he loves all of us. It's amazing. I feel like you don't see that very often in many places. Like, most people won't even know each other's parents, and I think that's what's so special is everyone knows everyone's parents here, and everyone loves each other.
Lexi, what kind of hit you when Kenny was talking there?
Yeah, I guess I always talk this whole season. Everyone's like, "Has it hit you yet?" And it really just hit me right here. And I wasn't expecting that at all. I'm obviously like sad tears and happy tears. Like, I think it's dawning on me that like the days they're limited right now. I just played my last game here, which is so sad, but still happy at the same time because I know we're not done. We have a long way to go, but it definitely just hit me right now.
Lexi, you're no stranger to playing in the World Series,
Mm-hmm.
but what about, punching this ticket maybe feels different or special?
Yeah, I feel like this season just has been such, I don't want to say easy, but it feels like we've all just been so carefree and just like playing our brand of ball and just having a blast. And I think that's when everyone plays their best balls, when everyone is just having fun and like not too much stress on the shoulders, and like everyone dancing in the dugout, everyone cracking jokes. And I think that's what defines this team is we can go out and play amazing ball and get our shit done, but we can also have a good time doing it.
Coach, did you bring out the hat for an interview out there on the field today?
I did. I don't know who was doing that, but it was. I felt something weird. I turned around. I was like, "Oh no!" Well, I don't know what they're doing. So, but I don't care. These guys want to have fun. I want to have fun, and I got to do a really cool thing on you today. It was something I thought about beginning before. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do when I get on there? I'm gonna say a special thank you to Sandy Fisher, because she built this place, and I just know how proud that she is of us, and how proud she is. It's been there have been some dark years for her when she left here, and we've worked our tails off to get her back here. And she texts me all year long, and she's texted me before every one of these games, some great wisdom, and it was really cool to be able to shout out at her, and I think it's just like it's just what makes this place great. It's great people. So
Just some questions.
Just the way you guys have played recently, I feel like you have to be pretty confident heading down to Oklahoma City.
might as well win, right? I mean, might as well win. That's just the way we're looking at it. Like, we're gonna go down to OKC, and everybody's gonna talk about OU and all these other teams. It's how it's been for us the whole year. We're just gonna go up there and we're just gonna play our best and see where the chips fall. And I'm not worried about these guys. We will do everything that we normally do. We're going there to be our best 8-year-old selves, and that's it. And that's the way we're going to approach this. We're going to go have a blast. We're going to go take in every moment. We're going to go eat like kings and queens. We're going to go enjoy the little things. We're going to go shop. We're going to go do all kinds of stuff. We might even go get pedicures.
Yes.
Gotta get
Might as
the
well.
My nails.
I mean, let's go. Let's get the nails done. Let's get the feet done, right?
Yep.
So we're going to go west. But most importantly, we're going to get focused when it's time. And we're going to go have a blast, and we're going to go play the Cowgirl way.